Hey, in this video, guys, I want to tell you why some artists that have success shoot to the moon and others it causes them to self-destruct and how you can avoid it. My name's Chris, also known as the Artist Manifest. I have 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify, and I just want to help you avoid some of the pitfalls that I've fallen into. I've seen friends and acquaintances fall into when they have success. And when you think about it, man, the more you grow, the more of a foundation you need in your life of character, of morals, of team, of finances, and just a vision for your life. Think about a building. If you're building a 2-story building, you don't need to have a very deep foundation. But if you want to build a 50-story building, then you need an even stronger foundation because there's more wind. You're trying to hold up more from toppling over. And this is the same thing with trees, man. The bigger they grow, the bigger the roots. But unfortunately, for some artists, songs can just pop off, blow up. All of a sudden, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars are coming in, fame, attention, and pressure. And it causes artists just to implode, just to explode because they weren't ready to handle it. Now, am I telling you not to chase success? No, I'm not saying that. I want you to chase success. I want you to go after. I want you to blow up. But are you ready to handle it, right? Do you have a moral code to live by? Do you have a foundation of friends, family that really care about you? Do you know how to invest the money? Like, what would you do if all of a sudden you had $1 million? Or all of a sudden you had $100,000 in the bank account? What would you do? Would you go buy jackets, rings, hats, cars, fancy hotels, vacations? Or would you invest it? Would you invest it in real estate? Would you reinvest it back into your career? Getting a logo design, getting maybe more merch, upping the stage show, the performance that you do, put it back into production, right? Like, what would you do with it? Like, would you do it to grow your business, or would you spend it on all these things that don't make you money? And this is one of the big things that happens to artists. They don't know what to do with the money. They've been broke their whole lives, or they've never had that, attention and whatnot. It's just like they don't know what to do with the money. And so I really encourage you to know what to do with your money. If you haven't read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or read The Richest Man in Babylon, or I have a book called From Red to Black to share what helped me to go from, making nothing to 6 figures to 7 figures, right? And so just to really know what to do, like, what are the habits of the rich? What are the habits of the poor? Let's avoid the habits of the poor and let's do what rich people do, especially if you're planning to go for success. And isn't this what Abraham Lincoln says? I will prepare and my opportunity will come. Like, you want to prepare before your opportunity comes. You want to be ready, Like, the other thing I see is all of a sudden you're getting all this fame, all this attention, girls, drugs, alcohol. Like, what's your foundation for life? What's your compass that moves you through that? Like, when we went to Japan, when we blew up in Japan, quick story, if it's cool if I share with you guys, is we started selling like 10,000 albums a week in Japan. And so I got to go there, and one of the first things they said when the tour guide, because we couldn't speak Japanese and he had to take us around, he's like, so what do you guys want to do after the show? Do you want girls? Do you want drugs, alcohol? What do you want to do? And we're like, well, we're actually Christians, man, and we're married, we have wives, and we don't want to cheat on our wives, okay? Morals, character, right? Don't do drugs. That's a personal choice, but also, coming from my faith, I'm happy at the state I'm in. I don't need to change my state. I don't mind having a drink every now and then, but I am very aware that alcohol changes your state. Whether you excessively drink and get drunk, it still changes your state. So I'm aware of that. So I don't excessively ever do that or get drunk, right? But the point I'm saying is, like, where is your compass for when all of a sudden all these things are happening to you? Maybe you are single, but then there's all these girls coming at you. You decide to sleep with a whole bunch of women, and now you're contracting STDs or AIDS, heaven forbid, or something. You know what I'm saying? And now you got to deal with that, the fear, the pressure, the anxiety, all that stuff, right? And this is the other problem with artists is, like, okay, you get all that money, and, because this one song is popping off, but does the next song pop off? A lot of the times I've seen it happen. The first song or the first album does really, really well, but then the second one doesn't happen. And artists sometimes can't recreate that success. It happens so much. It's happened to me at times. My album, The Chase, like, we had like 2 or 3 albums that were just boom, 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 boom. And then after The Chase Fighter, like, even though it's like my brand and it did well, it didn't do as good as the Chase did in Glory. Okay, it just didn't do as good. Now we've had other songs. I've recreated the success and figured it out, stayed in the game again because I had the foundation right. But like, you're only as good as your next hit, as they say. You know, you don't want to be a one hit wonder. But the coolest thing ever is it only takes one song to put you back in the game in a massive way. And we are creators. You are a creator, you know, so you have the ability in you to create again. So get rid of the distractions, get rid of the junk, decide what are you going to build your foundation on? What are you going to build your life on, right? This is really what we're talking about. And so I want to invite you to the next 5-day challenge to get more fans. Allow me to pour into you, teach you about music business, teach you about marketing, teach you about really growing this thing. I've done music now full time for like over 15 years. It's been a real blessing. I don't have the fancy stuff. I just sold my house, fancy studio, whatever, and I'm in a new room. I've only been here for a week and a half, but I know what to put my money into, what to grow to allow me to have this life. And I'd love for you to have the same thing. So go to 10xyourfanbase.com/live challenge. Okay, sign up, get a VIP ticket so you can ask me questions every single day for 5 days straight, so I can pour into you, encourage you, and just help you do this. But I just want to encourage you, man. Your time is going to come, but will you be ready? Let me know in the chat.